Hello, leaders. Hey, this is Paul Grau, and welcome to Run to Your Leadership Challenges, the daily show that equips leaders to achieve their greatest potential. Hey, hope you're doing great today, and I hope you're ready to dive into yet another discussion about how external factors can really interfere with leadership. So I titled today's episode, Glad to See You Go, and this is referring to the second quarter of 2020. Tomorrow will be the beginning of the third quarter, and man, I just hope that it brings back some kind of normalcy. Although we seem to be going in the wrong direction in many areas here in the U.S. Now, as difficult as the last quarter has been, most of us can say that we experienced something that we have never experienced before in our lives. I mean, we literally went from a thriving economy to a complete standstill in a matter of a week or so. And we all have different perspectives and learning lessons to share with each other. We also experienced many peaceful and violent protests across the nation as people have had enough of inequality and racism. And the message is clear that we must change. As terrible as this past quarter has been, we all learned a ton. And I think we've had our eyes open to many things that we as leaders can and cannot control. And I really think that we'll all be better because of this. You see, it's the difficult times that shape our future and make us resilient to keep pushing forward as we learn and grow. As we experience these huge, challenging external factors that are impacting all leaders around the world, I can't help but to be reminded of the way metal is forged, because it reminds me how important heat and pressure is for strength and growth. Now, I did some checking on forging, and the website forging.org says that forging is a manufacturing process where metal is pressed, pounded, or squeezed under great pressure into high-strength parts, and that the majority of forging is done under extreme heat. Now, according to the ATC group, forged metal is stronger and more reliable than others due to the fact that the grain flows are altered and changed. Forging offers the advantages of toughness and resiliency, as it will handle an impact and force much better than metal that hasn't been forged. Finally, the Library of Manufacturing states that forging produces the strongest, toughest parts, and that hot forging reduces and or eliminates inclusions and impurities. And those inclusions and impurities are the things that cause stress points. Forging can also provide a distinct advantage and increases the overall productivity of the metal. And it's cool because after being forged, the metal is checked and tested to ensure that the forge created the change needed, the improvement needed. So again, all this intense pressure, heat, pounding, shaping is all to make the metal better. And here's the thing that really stands out to me about forging. Forging.com says that forgings are almost always used where reliability and human safety are critical. However, you'll rarely see forgings as they're normally component parts contained inside assembled items. Man, I love that. And that is very similar to leadership. If you think about it, we are the ones that take the heat, take the pounding, take the reshaping, and all the pressure. And we do this for our team members. And they rarely see all the forging that we go through as leaders. But you know what? It's all worth it in the end. The pain and struggles always reveal tremendous experiences and lessons learned, and they make us better. Now I realize that many of us are still going through a lot of forging and may not see the advantages just yet. However, eventually we will all see benefits because we're going to come out better, stronger, and more equipped to lead our teams. One last thing. In difficult times like we've been going through, man, I spend a lot more time reading positive things and listening to positive things. And I recently read this quote. It said, "You crown the year with bountiful harvest. Even the hard pathways overflow with abundance." And that's from Psalms 65:11, the New Living Testament version. But did you get that? It said, even the hard pathways overflow with abundance. Now that's something to think about all day. Hey, I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope you join us tomorrow as we talk about a national holiday that you might not know about. Until then, run to your challenges.